Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakar Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And I ain't do one of these in a little minute, but I decided to go in on it today, showing you the judgments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, how nobody's comfortable and nobody's safe no more. Anything can happen at any given time. Anybody can get it anywhere, right? Showing you that, hey, the mirth of the land is gone, right? Showing you that, you know, your so-called New Year's is turning out no better than the so-called year before, you know, and it's only going to get worse because you people, you decided you wanted to do your own thing, go your own way, didn't want to abide by the laws of Yahweh Shem Shah, but abide by the laws of America, Babylon the Great. So there's a judgment for that, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites, and you have a duty to do what Yahweh Shem Shah commanded you to do, not to be in the land of your enemies and do what you want to do, right? The Lord has no choice but to check you on your evil, man, on the things that you do, right? And it's happening every single day, and you're not getting it. You running out here, you're a bunch of damn demons, right? You're a bunch of harlots, you're a bunch of whores, right? You're a bunch of sodomites. All that you care about is the damn bag, man. Well, since you like the bag so much, hey, the Lord gonna put you in one, man. So, let's get into it. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah willing, the elect be edified. Shalom.
A wild police chase rips through Midtown.
Every New Year's, we are expecting something to happen.
Plus, a joyride on the subway tracks. And a war of words between city leaders on crime.
What I heard today really sounded like a 5-year-old throwing a temper tantrum.
Right now, Fox 5's Crime in the City. Here are some of the crimes from across the 5 boroughs. We begin this week in Manhattan, where 8 people are hurt, 3 of them police, in a wild car chase through Midtown.
That chase happened just after 1:30 this morning, about 10 blocks from Times Square, from the New Year's Eve celebrations.
And it started with officers responding to a fight between 2 people. Fox 5's Michelle Ross joins us live from Midtown. Michelle, walk us through what we know.
Natasha, Teresa, this incident didn't last long, but the driver still managed to injure many people. It started at Madison Square Garden, ended here near 9th Avenue after the driver jumped the curb and struck this dining shed. A car bumper and other pieces of debris lay on 34th Street near 9th Avenue after a car tries fleeing from police. The NYPD says this started at around 1:30 in the morning New Year's Day when they tried to intervene in a dispute. The 44-year-old suspect jumped in his black Mercedes going the wrong way on 7th Avenue, striking police cars and pedestrians, even pinning a woman underneath a food truck before ramming into this outdoor dining shed.
So I feel like every New Year's, we are expecting something to happen.
Boris Torres owns Chirp, the Peruvian restaurant here, and says a few New Year's celebrations back, their register was stolen. The store was closed at the time of the crash.
I'm really happy that it happened during regular hours and there were no customers, nobody was here.
As a small business owner in New York City, they felt they were just getting over the obstacles COVID brought along with it. 9 people, including a police officer, were injured. This is all happening just a half mile from the Times Square celebration as people were wrapping up their New Year's Eve. As Boris rebuilds his business, he's reminded the material items can be replaced.
Everybody that has gone through their struggles in COVID, I'm pretty sure everybody lost somebody that they knew one way or another. It makes you see things differently, So I definitely appreciate my family and my loved ones a lot more, even my staff.
And you can see there are workers out here now rebuilding the outdoor dining shed, but there are people inside dining, so the restaurant was able to open back up today. As far as it goes for the suspect, he is still in the hospital being treated at Bellevue. He was taken there in critical condition. Charges against him are still pending.
And yeah, man. Yeah, you're gonna have bugged out, people. It's a influx of bugged out people out here, man. Doing the most. There's a increase in car thefts, right? Home invasions, all that, man. So this is nothing new, but it's increasing to the point where we ain't never seen it, and the Lord tells you that. Let's get 2nd Esdras, chapter 5. It says, chapter 5, starting at the top. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, the signs, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, man. Nobody has no faith in nothing no more, man. People have faith in the works of their own hands, what they can think of, what they can see, right? It says, but iniquity, sin, evil, shall be increased above now, which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, man. So these types of things are going to happen, and it's going to be worse than the past and what you heard in the past, and it's going to be even worse in the future, man. Right? So it says, and the land that thou seest now to have root, because like I always say, you still got some sort of system still going, right? You still can get locked up. You still can, get arrested and, that get the hammer brought down on you when you commit murder and things like that. You can still get that, right? It says, and the land, that land being America, that now thou seest to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly, man. But it's a time when that's coming that people are not going to get locked up. People are not going to get arrested for nothing they do. It's going to be a total and a blown out purge out here, man. All anarchy in hell is about to hit America, man. And y'all playing games with some fucking New Year's celebrations, and you see what's going on, man. And Salakia for my language, my harsh language, but you got to talk like that to our people sometimes. That way they get it, man. But we understand that 2/3 of our people are not going to get it, man. So judgment is waiting at the door for them. Let's continue.
Now we head to Queens, where a man accused of assaulting a teenager is shot dead by police.
People on edge near Jamaica Station in Queens. This after officers shoot and kill a man who allegedly pulled a gun on them. And as Fox 5's Michelle Ross found out, that suspect was on parole for a previous criminal charge.
MTA police shot and killed a man on Friday night near the Jamaica LIRR train station. They say he was carrying a gun, and they were pursuing him because a 19-year-old woman went into the MTA police district office to report that she was groped.
She made a complaint of a male who forcibly touched her. He touched her breast, he blocked her walking, and she came to the district to make a complaint.
She managed to take a picture of the suspect, who was wearing a distinctive jacket. A few minutes later, at around 10:15, police found him and stopped him.
At that point, they attempted to place him under arrest. There's a prolonged struggle. He refuses to put his hands behind his back. They tase him, and at some point during the struggle, a shot is fired from the perpetrator.
A MAC-10 submachine gun, commonly referred to as an Uzi, was recovered with a 30-round clip. The suspect has been identified as 52-year-old Vash McDaniel of East Harlem. Police say he's been arrested.
Goddamn. Older Jake, 52 years old, man. Out here with a Uzi with a what was it, 50-round clip. See, we've been telling you women. See, the woman was groped. She went to the police station, man. It's a time that's coming where you women not gonna have nowhere to run, man. whatever man roll up on you, and he gonna do whatever he wants to you, man. Right? It's about to get seriously bad out here for you women. Why? Because you are in your feminist, we all equal type demonic spirit, man. And the Lord gonna check you on that. He gonna see if you about it. Since we all equal, the Lord is going to check you for that, man. Right? Every idle word that thou shalt speak, you shall give account in the day of judgment, man. So when that day come to you, we're gonna see if you are equal with a man. When a man tries to attack you, man, don't run to another man to protect you. Fight your own battle since we equal. You women need to just shut the hell up, man, and find a husband, submit, shut your damn mouth, man.
Did 12 times before and is out on parole for a gun charge. Stephanie Ramsey lives in Rockaway, but uses the transportation hub to commute to work every day.
I look around all the time. I'm a native New Yorker, so I'm always on guard. Okay, so yeah, but now I'll be even more vigilant to make sure I pay attention, because after finding out about that, that's crazy.
Bridget Buchanan says she always keeps a watchful eye.
Reading somebody's body language, how they speak to you. Like, a lot of the time you have to pay attention and see if they have guns on them or knives or weapons. And being a younger woman and just a woman in general, it's really scary just knowing all these things that happen.
The MTA will track where the gun came from and how it ended up in the hands of someone on parole for a gun charge. The New York Attorney General's office will lead this investigation, as it always does with every police-involved shooting. This MTA police-involved shooting is the first since 2011.
Back in Manhattan, Mayor Adams is hitting back at critics after touting the city's latest crime stats.
So Mayor Eric Adams touting the latest numbers from police showing a drop in crime, but he also says that a push by the public advocate could reverse those numbers.
Everybody's talking about this new bill that the city council wants. Lizette Nunez, outside City Hall with more on the war of words between these two. What's going on?
Well, things definitely got a little spicy between both of them. This came as the new crime stats were just released. So Mayor Adams attributing it to community policing and also increasing police officers in those high crime neighborhoods. Now, it's no secret that Mayor Adams and also public advocate Jumaane Williams typically don't see eye to eye when it comes to public safety. And that was evident during this exchange of words.
You want to be great? You need to sacrifice.
Lock it.
Do you see that?
This is crazy.
Damn commercial, man. Ads.
New York City remains the safest big city in America.
This nigga's a liar. This nigga's a full-blown raccoon-ass liar, man. How is New York City the safest, city in America? Where you have crime, happening around the clock. He's just reading off of some fucking cue card that somebody gave him, man. He don't even believe that, man.
What these numbers tells us is that we are turning the corner on crime in the city.
Mayor Adams touting the latest crime stats. But that's not the full picture. From 2022 to 2023, murders were down 12%. Shootings decreased 25%. Subway crime dropped 2.6%. Robberies were down 10.5%. However, grand larceny auto crime rose by 15% and felony assault.
You got to be basing this off of certain areas in the city. This is what they have to be. They have to be basing this off of certain areas in the city. The upscale areas like Park Avenue and over there by Central Park, maybe they basing it off of that, because in the high crime areas where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans dwell at, it's crime all around the clock, man. Right? Shootings, robbery, all types of stuff, man.
increased by more than 6%, which police say is tied to an increase in domestic violence and assaults against officers.
Things we struggled with last year, felony assaults. When you look at the increase in felony assaults, it's really tied to two categories. Unfortunately, domestic violence. We saw an increase in felony assaults, but we did see over a 90% arrest to every felony assault with a domestic violence victim.
Adams says more work still needs to be done, particularly when it comes to repeat offenders. The mayor blaming bail reform and what he calls a small group of elected officials who have passed bills that he believes work against police and public safety, calling out to New York City public advocate Jumaane Williams, who sponsored a bill that would require police to record every time they stop a civilian as part of an investigation. The bill passed City Council a few weeks ago.
I find it astonishing.
And who do they stop? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're the only ones they stop. They don't stop nobody else. They don't jump out 4 or 5 deep out of the car and run up on no Arab, run up on no Chinese dude, run up on no so-called white man. All these bills are passed, and all of these laws are passed to further oppress and afflict you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
We have a public advocate who pushed for this police bill. He lives in a fort. He lives in a fort. He doesn't take the subway. So to be able to advocate to erode the ability of police to do protection when you have an entire army protecting your family and you drive around with police protection. And I don't know when the last time he was on the subway system.
The public advocate fired back at Adams.
What I heard today really sounded like a 5-year-old throwing a temper tantrum, grabbing at straws because he didn't get what he wanted. Our city needs not a bratty 5-year-old. They need a leader right now. And my hope is that Eric will decide to be that leader and step up.
And once again in Queens, an empty subway train in Forest Hills gets taken for a joyride on the tracks.
The NYPD is asking for your help in identifying a group of people who entered a train's operating compartment and went on a joyride. This happened at the Forest Hill 71st Street station in Queens. A group of individuals took over the train controls. They operated the car going northbound for only a short distance before they got away on foot. But still, short distance or not, they got the controls. Anybody with information should call Crime Stoppers 1-800-577-TIPS.
Next in Brooklyn, a 15-year-old boy shot and killed outside a NYCHA building in Canarsie.
Police are investigating the deadly shooting of a teenager in Brooklyn. We have Citizen App video. It shows the scene at East 102nd Street at the NYCHA Bay View Houses in Canarsie. About 9 o'clock last night, officers responded to a 911 call. They found a 15-year-old, Javal Lawton, with a gunshot wound to the chest. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. There have been no arrests so far in this case.
And finally, a New Year's greeting turns to violence inside a Bronx subway station.
The search is on for 4 suspects wanted in the stabbing of a man on the subway platform in the Bronx. It happened on the southbound D train platform.
And I always say, man, them niggas in the Bronx are complete demons, man. Complete demons. Here it is. You got this damn mayor talking about crime is down, but you see all this crime going on, man, right under your damn nose, man. You don't know shit, right? But what? Why? Because when he says that, he's not talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. He's talking about all the other nations, right? He don't count you as it being a crime, man. Right? He don't count when you kill each other it being a crime. He just says, it's just what they do. You know? just show up on the scene, give a speech. That's it. You know. But when something happens to another nation, oh, they right on point. But like I was saying, out here in the Bronx, you know, which I don't go to the Bronx, man. You know, it's a certain thing is you being wise, right? Because them niggas in the Bronx are they just all need to be, you know, put away, man. And Yahweh Shem Shah is gonna do a number on these 2/3 niggas, man. This is all these niggas want to do, man. They ride the train, you know, with those masks on their face, hoodies, all black. Not saying that, you know, every Jake that has that on is out to do that type of nonsense. But these young, you know, retarded, you know, reprobate ass, you know, evil ass young Jakes, they out here to do that, man. Most of them. The one before this, 14, 15 years old, was shot and killed, man. Right? And it ain't gonna stop because the Lord is going to eradicate you 2/3 niggas. Let's get this one, man. This is Wisdom of Solomon. Matter of fact, let's go to 2nd Ezra 15-12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, right? And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it, man. The Most High is bringing the plague of violence, the plague of judgment, man. Right? Verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. That's what the Lord is bringing. And he ain't going to stop, man. He's going to keep going. Right? It's about to turn up here in so-called 2024, man. And ain't nothing the damn person can do about it because it's the judgment and the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So, hey, man, repent and turn from your evil so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans because you are the Israelites. If you don't, this is going to be your fate, man. Hey, to the next lesson, Israel. Love y'all. Shalom.
Of the 182nd Street, 183rd Street train station in Fordham Heights on New Year's Day. Police say the suspects got into a verbal dispute with the victim, 29 years old. He was then attacked, stabbed numerous times with a sharp object. He was taken to the hospital in serious but stable condition. Do you recognize the suspects by chance? If you do, call Crime Stoppers, 1-800-577-TIPS.